Welcome to an all-new Halloween-themed Cool Finds. On Cool Finds, I talk about all the cool things I find wherever I go and why I like them. The first item on my Cool Finds list is a Lord of the Rings action figure. It is the Toy Biz Witch King of Angmar. I actually found this on eBay. I remember I got it for like $6. It actually had a Gandalf that came with it, and I might show that on another show. But because this is a Halloween themed version of Cool Finds, I thought it was really cool, and he is definitely terrifying. He was terrifying on the movie. He has this giant mace, as you can see. He's such a really cool action figure. This action figure has a lot of articulation. I actually got it out of the box, so I didn't have to worry about not wanting to mess it up. I actually wanted it to be movable and outside of the box. So this is just one of my favorite action figures, and the first really cool find on my Cool Finds list. The next item on my Cool Finds list is Dead Space Extraction for the Nintendo Wii. I actually paid $9.99 for this. I got it at Half Price Books. It's more than I wanted to pay for it, but you know, I've heard this is a really common game, but I never see this out in the wild, and when I did see it, I knew I wanted to play it. I'd heard a lot of good things, so I went ahead and picked it up, even though it was a little bit more than I wanted to pay for it. But it was in really great shape. The disc looks great. It has its insert, and this has been a really fun game. I just started playing this game. I enjoyed the original Dead Space series, and I think this is another really cool addition to that franchise, and it's been a lot of fun. If you like terrifying games, if you like shooters, Dead Space is a game you want to check out, and so far I've really enjoyed this game a lot. So that's just another really awesome find. The next item on my Cool Finds list is the Blu-ray of Vampire Hunter D. I'm a huge anime fan. This was one of the first anime I ever watched, thanks to my friend Richie, who let me borrow some anime way back when I was in high school. This was one of my favorite anime ever, and I've had the hardest time finding it. I can't find it anywhere, but I did find it at Hastings. This is one of the earlier purchases back when it was barely starting to close, so I think this had like a 40 or 50% off discount. It retails for $19.99. And I think I ended up picking up for like $10, maybe $9. The sale was really good, and I got this at a really great price. I love the box art on this, and I'm just a huge Vampire Hunter D fan. Vampire Hunter D is just one of my favorite anime, and I was so happy when I found this on Blu-ray, and I was happy that I got it brand new at a really great price. So if you like vampires, if you like anime, if you like badass vampire stories with dun peels and such, you should check out this movie because Vampire Hunter D is awesome, and this is another really awesome find. The number 4 entry on my Cool Finds list is this Batman Master Series trading card. I actually got this card in a huge lot that I bought. I think I paid like $20 for it, and it had tons of cards, and this was one of the cards that was in there. This card is from Skybox. It's part of the Batman Master Series. The artwork on it is just incredible, and it has this demonic figure of Batman. It just looks really cool, and I thought it fit really well with the Halloween theme of this Cool Finds video. It's such an awesome card with a really interesting depiction of Batman, and I just thought it was really cool and I wanted to share it. So that's the number 4 entry on my Cool Finds list. The number 5 entry on my Cool Finds list is Cross Badlands number 1. Anyone familiar with the Cross series knows that it is one of the most gruesome comic book series ever. It's actually from one of my favorite comic book writers, Garth Ennis. And so when I saw this at Half Price Books for like $2, I went ahead and picked it up. I know that they're trying to somehow turn this into a movie. I don't know if that's going to pan out just because this movie is extremely violent and terrifying. But it is a really cool comic book series. If you like survivor horror films or post-apocalyptic stories, you should definitely check this one out because other than being gruesome, there are some really great stories here, and it is a really cool comic. So that's another cool find. The next item on my Cool Finds list is the second printing of 30 Days of Night number 1. I actually love 30 Days of Night. I remember when I was a kid, one of the first trade paperbacks, I got 3, and one of them was 30 Days of Night. I love the storyline. I love the dark and kind of cryptic illustrations. I remember when I found this at a Half Price Books, I was just blown away. I couldn't believe I found it, and I think I bought it for like $1. It's just really cool. I know it's a second printing, and the only way you can tell it's a second printing is you have to look inside and it tells you that. But even being a second printing, it's just really cool to have, and I'm just a big 30 Days of Night fan. This is one of my favorite horror comic book series. If you're a fan of vampires that don't sparkle, this is a series you want to check out. So that's just another really awesome find. The next item on my cool finds list is Ghosts number 7. I actually found this at a thrift shop. I paid like $1 for it, and it's a really cool horror comic. I've always thought horror comics were really cool. I especially like the classic vintage horror comics, especially for their cover illustrations. And so when I saw this, I went ahead and picked it up. It's a really cool find. It's a classic DC horror comic, and for me it was a no-brainer to pick up. So it was just another really cool find. It's the next item on my cool finds list is Vampirella number 2. I've always thought Vampirella is really cool. It's not just that she wears that skimpy costume. I've always thought she was a pretty cool character, and I really loved this cover illustration. So when I saw this at a Half Price Books, I think I paid like $1 for it, and I was really happy to pick it up because it is a really cool cover. Vampirella is a really cool character, and so I just thought this was a really awesome find, so I was really happy to pick it up. The next item on my cool finds list is a newer comic. It is Spread number 3. Spread is actually one of my favorite new comic book series. It's from Image Comics. It's just really cool. It has a really interesting, crazy, post-apocalyptic storyline that I think is really cool, and I've been really enjoying. I actually paid the $3.50 cover price for this that I got, and I got it at a comic book shop in San Marcos. This comic book series as a whole is just really cool. I think if you're a fan of horror, this is definitely something you should be checking out. Who knows, it might actually get a movie soon because it is a really cool story. So it's another really cool find, and I'm really happy to add it to my collection. The next item on my cool finds list is Ultimate Fantastic Four number 21. Now, I know you can't tell on this cover, but this comic is the first appearance of some very ghoulish characters who have gone on to a lot of popularity. It's the first appearance of the Marvel Zombies. So it's just a really cool comic book. I like the cover. I like Ultimate Fantastic Four. I was really sad when the Ultimate Universe ended, but one of the coolest things that came out of the Ultimate Universe was the Marvel Zombies, and this is their first appearance. I found this at a Half Price Books, and I think I paid $1 for it. And it's just a really cool find, especially being a first appearance. So I was really happy to find it, and it's just another really cool addition to the collection. The last item on my cool finds list is Doctor Strange number 183. I'm actually super psyched for the Doctor Strange movie. I think it's going to be awesome, and I'm really excited for it because Marvel's done such a great job with their characters, and I'm really looking forward to it. But Doctor Strange has always actually been a really cool, really interesting, really dynamic character, and you can just tell by this cover that there's a lot going on here. I actually got this comic book in a lot. I bought a box of comics on eBay and I paid like $30 for it. It had over 100 comic books in it, and this was one of them. And it's just a really cool comic book cover. It's not in the best of shape, but it is a really cool comic, and I'm really happy to add it to my collection. So that's the last cool find on my Halloween themed cool find list. So that's it for this episode of Cool Finds. I really have a lot of fun making these shows. I really hope y'all enjoy them. If you do enjoy them, comment below, like, subscribe to my channel. I make a lot of comic book themed videos, and you should definitely check them out. If you found any cool finds that you'd like to share, if you made any haul videos, post your link below. I'd love to check them out. So I appreciate your support, and as always, thank you for watching.